I know you've been dying to talk about this ball game. Auburn 17, Missouri 14 in overtime. Oh boy. I had to drink just to watch this game. You know what?
Oh, Mike, yes. I think there's only one. When I think a group of people that want to keep Brian Harsin employed, I think of his family, one. And then I think the team of the Missouri Tigers here, because I'm watching this. I told Mike, we're texting back and forth during this game, and I'm like, Mike, I told you this was going to happen. I told you it's going to happen back in May. They're going to lose to Missouri, and then Brian's going to get fired, and then it's over, and it's, all this turmoil. And I'm watching it, and Mike and I look like Nostradamus, man. I'm like, look here, the big thicker kicker coming up doesn't need to warm up, don't need to warm up. They're talking about that, and I'm like, well, damn, maybe you should have warmed up a little bit, I'm saying,
Well, hey, let me set that scene, Shane, because there's a full chain of events, and I'll just, all you really missed in this.
And before you get to that, if you don't want to watch this game, that's okay. But watch the last 4 minutes in overtime. That's all you need to see. Don't watch the other trash that was in the beginning of it.
Well, Auburn did. Right. They came right out, scored 14 points. You're thinking, my God, they're just going to run all over them. How about this stat here, Shane? Auburn came out and rushed for 71 yards in the first quarter. They finished the game with 82. Oh, God. Tate Bigsby, Shane, had 62 rushing yards.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. 62 rushing yards after contact. He finished with 44. So he's getting blown up in the backfield. I mean, those two stats, that's basically all you need to know. But right before halftime, Shane, Auburn kicking a field goal. Missouri jumps offside. Kicker misses it. They get an extra opportunity. He missed that one too. But you're thinking, if you're Coach Drink and you're Mizzou, you're teaching these guys, okay, whatever you do, don't jump off sides on these damn field goals. You did it once. It almost burned us, but we survived that. Now, late in the game, Shane, 97 seconds left in this ball game. Auburn's got 4th and 1 from the 29. So it would have been a 46-yard field goal. A long field goal, I get it. But you make his field goal, you're going to win this ball game. What does he do? Let's run it right up a gut, and he gets stuffed, gives the ball right back to Missouri. Missouri, who has not done anything in the second half, somehow completes a bomb, gets down to the Auburn 8, and instead of trying to score a touchdown, they kneel it out, which
they just line it up.
I think that was smart, Shane. You took all the time off. You got an All-American kicker, 26-yarder. This guy he's never missed in his career, Shane, from under 31, and he misses from 26.
And that's what they're saying. They're looking at him on the sideline. They're like, oh, look at this big guy. He said, doesn't even warm up. A lot of these kickers will start kicking in the net right before they got to go out there. Nah, super confident. Big boy ain't got it. He don't need it. You know what I'm saying, Mike? And I was just thinking the whole time, it's like, he probably should have warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I warm up before I put my shoes on, like, take a couple deep breaths. I don't want to pass out while I'm down there, So I know us big boys, we got to do a few extra steps, and I don't want to get the football and bend over and get my crack on TV. I get that, but he needs to probably warm up to that thing. What does he do? He goes out and he kicks it wide right. I couldn't believe it. No one could. Even he didn't believe it. He was already celebrating and realized he screwed the kick up there. So yes, I'm sorry.
So because he missed, this goes into overtime. And what happened, Shane? Yeah. Missouri intercepts Auburn. You're thinking, oh, my God, we got this one now. Finally, it's over. But then they review it. Was not an interception. Ball touched the ground. So we get a field goal opportunity. And what happens? He misses the field goal, but Missouri jumps offside. It's like, yeah.
I'm telling you. Who's got money on this thing? Who the hell's got
So he kicks another field goal. He does make it. Now, they're up 3. Missouri gets the ball, comes right out. I thought they scored a touchdown, Shane, but they were about a half an inch away. Nathaniel Pete drops a damn ball. Auburn jumps on it in the end zone. And that's a touchback.
He's in. He's in. Mike, he's in. Just run it. Tuck it. Go. You're in the end zone.
Nobody knocked it out. He was not. I mean, he may have been pushed about from the 5, but no need to extend. He had the first down. No call for any of it.
No, if if you've not seen it, don't Google it. It's terrible. There's no reason we should have gotten this situation. Missouri had an opportunity to win this game like 8 times. And they said, nah, not today. We're going to let Auburn have this one. And that fumble was just icing on the cake. I about threw my phone through. Because I'm watching. I'm unlike you, Mike. I don't have these fancy TVs all over the place. I got a TV going. I got the laptop sometimes going if I can figure it out. And then I got my phone typically because I can bounce back with the ESPN thing. And I'm watching this and nobody knows what I'm doing. I got my headphones on and I'm like, yeah. The kids are freaking out and stuff. And then I'm like, no, what are you doing? So I just feel so bad because I've been there. I mean, Tennessee, Pig Howard. You remember when he fumbled through the end zone? It went from and then you're going to have these moments but I've never seen that before. So many things going right to have so many things going wrong. I mean, I would have put I wouldn't put my kid up, but I would have said at least a couple mortgage payments that kicker is going to make that. I mean, we've touted him and he's perfect with it. It's just like there's no way he's going to miss this extra point. And then they did. So I hate it for Mizzou. I really do. We try to stay positive for him, but there's nothing to be positive about right now because that you're just going to have to suffer through this one, guys. Just hang in
I
there.
thought the one of the funniest things, Shane, that I saw all weekend. I apologize. I'd give you credit if I was looking at the tweet here, but somebody tweeted Cousin Shane, a Missouri fan, says, "Congrats, Cousin Shane, on the win. We used to have your head coach as offensive coordinator back when we cared about football." I thought that was the funniest thing.
Oh, man. Could you imagine if they had the Heupel offense? Oh, my gosh. With Luther? How many catches he have?
There is one thing I want to give a shout out, Shane. I know, not a lot of highlights here, but Defensive Player of the Week, in my opinion, Derek Hall, Auburn defensive lineman. Man, was he all over the field. He took up a residency in Missouri's backfield, Shane. 6 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and an interception. He was a beast, set up one of the touchdowns in the ball game. So I know it was an ugly game, but we have to credit the defense in some respect for getting that done. So Derek Hall, SEC Defensive Player of the Week, in my opinion.
The end of regulation, obviously Harrison's been so steady for you. I mean, I know hindsight's 20/20. Do you kind of rethink that the decision not to?
Nope. No, I would do that again. Ball's on the 8-yard line, dead middle, and you get a chance to end the game on your last play. Before half, they moved the ball right down the field and gave themselves a chance for a field goal, plus they had 2 timeouts. So we wanted to take their timeouts and end the game.
Coach, you had the offsides that gave them a second chance at a field goal, giving their penalties throughout the game. What needs to change to cut down on the penalties?
Yeah, discipline. Discipline. You got to do a better job of. I think we had 3 false starts on field goal block. Offsides and field goal block. So obviously something we got to get corrected.
And seeing this team just showing grit, how are you going to take those things away moving forward in the weeks to come?
It's a growing process, right? Team's got to grow. Program's got to grow. 2 weeks ago, we got down 13-0 and didn't have the same mentality. This time we were down 14-0 and put ourselves in a position to win the game twice. So a lot of growth there. Now we got to finish. Now it's on to the next step, which is finish. So, take the losses and make them into lessons and keep on going.